What's up guys, in Blunt's Life 42, I've already made a Deku Basement tutorial which used or utilized the roll method and like walking left and like slashing your sword. Well, this time we're going to be using Deku nuts, and I got 12 of them as you can see, and it's slightly different this time. You're going to line up with a tree, and then you're going to like side hop and then like side roll, and then 2 backflips. On the second backflip you're going to OI, and then you're going to be holding right, and then you're going to roll, and then you're going to be hitting Z and left and holding left, and then well, basically you're going to throw your nut, and as you're throwing the nut you're going to be holding left plus Z at the same time. And then there's like 5 reference frames, and I'm going to try and show you every single one of those reference frames and how I get them on when I'm playing on now is the Wii Virtual Console. Since I've already seen the Deku cutscene, if I go through this door early, it will not show a white flash. It will put me in the bottom of the Deku tree, the basement. If I go through late, it will teleport me to the middle of Kokiri Forest, which would mean I got the Deku tree cutscene, which is bad. It's late. And if I get it perfect, there should be a white flash that loads, which lets me know that would have taken me to Ganon's castle. Okay, so for MST, there's usually a heart container right about here where you want to pick it up. As you can see, I have 4 hearts now after picking up this one, and then you'll be like in this area in front of the tree, and I will show you exactly where to like line up with it. This is a quicker method, I guess, for getting to the blue warp rather than 8 backflips. Oh, that was beautiful. If you slash your sword like that, wait for the bugs to start burrowing before you dump your bugs again, otherwise you're going to lose them permanently. Just a little FYI if you haven't figured that out yet. So do not mash B2, or I mean be careful about mashing there on that text box. Alright, so there's this, well that's extreme zoom in, but if you look at the top point of Link's hat, like the little pointy part, it makes like a very broad triangle, but the very middle part of that pointy part of the hat is in this white texture. There's like 2 black lines surrounding it on the left and right, and then it's like closed off at the top, and then there's a bigger rectangle on top of that, and then to the right is like another rectangle, but it's more horizontal. And I guess you could say the top one's like more vertical. Well, that little white patch is generally where you want to be standing. Not just the white patch part of it, like you want it farther right. Like you want it in this little small area of the white patch. I mean, it's pretty wide. I'll show you. This is extreme far left, I would say, of hitting the warp, and then if you move this way, this is extreme far right of hitting the warp. You want to be like right in between that. And to line up with the tree, I would like hold forward on the joystick, release it. Okay, now hold it. Keep holding forward. Wait, that's kind of weird. It's like hold forward, release, hit Z. Well, if you see, the camera will snap towards the tree and line up parallel. That's what you want to have happen. So like that. Then you want to be in position underneath the white spot, and then you want to make sure you're as far forward as you can be. And from here you're going to side hop left, and then kind of wait on that side hop, and then hit A to do a side roll, and then hit A again to roll, and then you want to do 2 backflips. So the next backflip, I'm gonna ocarina item my bugs by holding Z down plus A, and then you want to kind of hold Z the entire time. At least that's how I do it. It's not needed to hold Z the entire time, but you want to hit the bug button, which for me is C right. It could be any other button, and then you immediately want to hit the sword button in this instance for this particular Deku wrong warp, like in quick succession after it. It doesn't have to be super quick, but I don't know, there's a big window for hitting it. You just have to make sure you get those 3 things in quick succession, and you should ocarina item on top of the blue warp, and then the timer will be initiated. And then once the cameras stop panning around, you want to be holding hard right, so you no longer want to be holding Z, but you only want to be holding hard right, and then you want to take 1 to 2 steps, maybe 3 steps, but 2 is the ideal amount of steps, so like you want to be at the very outer edge, but still inside of the blue warp approximately, before you throw your Deku Nut, which you can spam Deku Nut. And right as you spam Deku Nut, during the animation of throwing the Deku Nut, you want to be holding hard left plus Z at the same time to be walking left. Then you want to take maybe, again, ideally 2 steps, and as you're taking 2 steps you want to side hop left, and then depending on where you are sidewalking, it will determine which adjustment or quote-unquote adjustments you will have to make in order to get a successful wrong warp. So this is what the rest, or this is what an example will look like. Hopefully I can show you each of these and how I do them. Okay, that was way late. And as you noticed, he was kind of like sidewalking weirdly. Like, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to go straight left. He's not supposed to arch that direction. Or, I mean, like, curve a little bit left like that. So I was too late. You don't want to be too early, you don't want to be too late. And I guess I'll show you, like, the marker that you're supposed to be looking for. I wish I was on emulator because it'd be a whole lot faster to show you this stuff, but I'm on Wii Virtual Console just because I feel more comfortable with the controls versus emulator, which are kind of like rigid, in my opinion, more mechanical, and so I don't trust it. But okay, here's the marker. It's the same one as the last Deku Wrong Warp tutorial, the rolling method unbuffered. There's this little brown spot right there in the middle. It's basically, in this instance, this is 3rd frame, like right across the brown spot. I should probably show you. It would look something like that. That would be 3rd frame. If you're slightly ahead of that, but not that close to the wall, but right about there, that would be 4th frame. And then if you're all the way up against the wall, that would be 5th frame. And then in retrospect, if you're a little bit before that, that brown spot, that would be 2nd frame right there. And then if you're all the way down, this is 1st frame. 1st frame is the absolute worst frame that you can get for this trick. 5th frame is kind of the next worst one, but it's not as bad. But the 1st frame, you need 3 adjustments currently known. There might be another way, but I do not know it, so I don't know. 1st frame, there might be a quicker way to get around it, but it's the slowest one out of all of them. So hopefully I can do this at least once, because I want to show you every single one of the frames and the adjustments you're supposed to do for them. And so I'm pretty much going to want to just do this like real time here. Hopefully I don't screw it up. Okay, this is looking promising. That looks like 2nd frame. So for 2nd frame, you want to keep going this direction to this corner here. Once you get past the hump, you can kind of do whatever you want because the warp is unloaded, and as long as you don't like un-Z target or re-Z target, or turn around and look at the warp or anything, nothing should advance. But in this case, 2nd frame, you're supposed to not target the wall in front of you. You're supposed to do nothing. You're supposed to turn around and Z target. So I don't know, it's kind of flaky, but you're supposed to like just flip around and Z target like that. So I saw the warp like once, and then you don't have to do anything else but get in the top right corner of the door, turn right, and hit A. There you go. There's the white flash. So we'll quick spin of victory there. That's my first successful wrong warp with this new setup. and I missed the first time because I was extremely late on it. The timing for getting the warp down is pretty strict, I guess. It took me a while to learn. As you can see, I'm still missing it though, so I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to get better at it as I go. The more I practice it, the more consistent I get at it. So. Okay, that looks like 4th frame. So there's this little brown spot right about here. This is useful for like every single frame that you get, other than the 2nd frame, I guess, and maybe the 1st frame. I don't even remember what I'm supposed to do with 1st frame. But so 3rd and 4th are the exact same adjustments, which is you go to this wall here, you Z target, you turn around, and you Z target again. Okay? And then you just walk over to the door, and then you release C, turn right, and hit A. There's the white flash. So once again, for frames 3 and 4, you do that, what I just did. They work exactly the same. So the only other 2 I need to show you is 1 and 5, if I can get them. Trying to hit these frames, like going out of your way to hit these frames, is incredibly hard to do. So I'm just gonna go random until it happens. It's more likely to work out that way than trying to hit the frame. These backflips are kind of like frame perfect too. You don't want to be holding down too much. Okay, this is 3rd frame, so last time we had 4th frame, this time we have 3rd frame. I did the exact same thing as 4th frame right there. Ba-bam. Okay, so I guess I'm going to keep going until I get 5th and 1st. I mean, there's nothing else I can really say until that happens, other than the adjustments you're supposed to do, or at least what I use to get them successful. Ah, 5th frame. Or, I mean, not 5th, 4th, my bad. That was 4th. Z-target, turn around, Z-target, exit door. 4th and 3rd are pretty good frames to hit. Quick spin of victory. Yeah, so 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are pretty good frames to hit. 5th isn't that bad, but it can be tricky because I've seen it give me like a frame early or late sometimes. It's hard to explain until I show you what it looks like, but you might have to make 1 or 2 adjustments depending on what you're looking at the door. Basically, you're looking at the sword handle at the door, and it will tell you whether to go 1 more frame or subtract a frame. I don't know. I'm confusing you, and I just need to show you it. I'm kind of hoping for frame 1, but we'll see. Is frame 2. Frame 2, you go here, don't Z-target, turn around, Z-target. Oh yeah. This is pretty hard. Not the wrong word per se, but hitting the exact frames that I need to hit, which is right now 1 and 5, without being too early or too late on either. This is actually kind of hard, like extremely. What the hell? Okay, so that's 4th frame? I thought that was like mad early, but apparently it's just a normal 4th frame. Okay. I'm running out of deck of nuts here. This is not looking good. I wish I could just make it happen, but... As you can see, this rung whip is actually really consistent. As long as you get all your inputs correct and don't mess up the timings, it's not that hard. I mean, it's not harder than any other, like, Ocarina of Time trick, I guess. First frame, please. Oh, man. Was that first or second? I don't think that was first. I think that's second again. Yeah, that was second. First is just slightly lower when you like are sidewalking. So it was pretty close. And I'm understanding like how soon that actually is when I'm walking to the right. Okay. Ah, man, second again. Yep. 3 more chances, guys. 3 more chances. And then I have to go farm for nuts in the middle of a tutorial. Wish those bushes on the side gave you nuts. Pretty sure they don't. Okay. Line it upper. Okay. Alright, here we go. Here we go. This is the one, man. What the hell? Okay, frame 4. I swear that was like earlier than the last attempt. Okay. I'm trying to hit frame 1 or 5, but I'm particularly trying to attempt frame number 1 at the moment. And there's no other way to like show you unless I had a save state of it. It's not actually this precise, but I tend to like want it in the middle of this little white texture part every single time just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure you can move it a little bit around. I showed you the ranges at the beginning. That looks like 2. I'm really good at hitting 2 apparently. Yep. I'm down to my last nut. Getting annoying now, getting annoying. Probably gonna cut, I guess, until I get the actual thing, and then I'll just like edit together. Because you guys don't have to see the same thing over and over again. So if I don't get on this one, I'm just gonna cut to when I have the actual thing. That actually makes more sense than to like continue a live recording thing going. So last attempt, man. Why is that so high? Alright, well that is frame 4. So I will cut, go get more nuts, come back in, and hopefully I will show you either probably both 5 and 1. Frames 5 and 1. Oh, finally. Okay, this is first frame. What you want to do is go to the upper left corner. You're going to Z target, turn around, Z target, turn around again, Z target, turn around again, Z target, and then you're going to head over to the door. So this is what it would look like. So yeah, I'm just going to do it. Okay, and then you're going to head over to the door in the up right corner. Then you're going to let go of Z, so the camera pans all the way out. Alright, and then you're going to turn right and open the door as fast as you can. Okay, here's first frame, guys. So this is what you want to do. I'm still holding Z. You want to come to this up left corner here. Make sure you're in the corner. You're going to Z target. You're going to turn around. You're going to Z target. You're going to turn around. You're going to Z target. You're going to turn around. You're going to Z target. And hopefully that's going to work. Okay, and then you're going to go to the door. Up right. Turn right. Hit A. And there you go. I'm on Wii Virtual Console, so maybe that frame adjustment for frame 1 is different from Poodle's, because my number 5 frame adjustment is also different from Poodle's. It's kind of weird though, it took that long to get that first frame. So I only need 1 frame left, it's frame 5. I would also like to point out that if you're playing on PS3 or Xbox controller, it might be a little difficult to hold extreme left, like perfect left. So you might want to get a GameCube and or N64 controller if you're going to want to do this trick consistently. Otherwise, I'm sorry, it's probably not going to help you. Z-target the wall, turn around, Z-target, turn around, Z-target. That's really cool to know. Okay, here's frame 5. Excellent. Like right after I just got frame 1, here's frame 5. What you want to do is come to the same brown spot here in the middle and come all the way down against the wall. And then you're going to hit down and Z to turn around and target the other wall behind you. Like that. Then you're going to go to the door, like in the upright corner of the door, until he shuffles his feet. Okay. Now look at where the bottom of the sword handle is, above Link's head. Again, I'm on Wii Virtual Console, so it might be different on emulator. But what I need to do, as you can see, the bottom of the sword handle is like directly on that line of the left side of the door. I don't know how to describe it, but you can see visually. What you want to do is come to this upright corner here. You want to kind of like, I'm still holding Z the entire time, but you want to kind of like shuffle his feet and then stop shuffling and then release and retarget, if that makes sense. So like that, and retarget with Z. As you can see, it shifted a little bit, the camera. Now the bottom of the sword handle is not directly in the middle of where it was. It's kind of to the left of that line. Like it moved slightly left, if that makes sense. So this is the position you want to be in for 5th frame, and then hit right in A. And there you go. The final run warp has been shown. I'm BluntSlad42. Hopefully this Deku Run Warp tutorial has helped you out. The things that I was struggling with is the timing of the Deku throw. You'll be holding right, you'll roll, you hit Deku, and then you'll be holding left and Z during the Deku throw. Okay, so my logic for the inputs after you've Ocarina item the blue warp is that when you're throwing, the Deku Nut's stun. The animation takes a while, like it pauses the game basically. No other inputs can be active during the Deku Nut throw. So during that time, you're gonna have to hit left and Z. That's as best as I can describe it, so hopefully that was helpful. And this is the end of the tutorial for the Deku Nut wrong warp, and hopefully it's easier than the other method, and it will make your runs a lot more consistent by using this, because I found out that this is actually not that bad. I mean, it's pretty consistent for me. The only thing that I would mess up is that Deku Nut throw left plus Z target thing. But it's just a timing thing like the rest of it, so the more you practice, the more you'll get it consistent and you won't miss it. So, bye-bye. I'm BluntSlide42. Thank you for watching. Oh man, I got it. Old school flip, backflip thing. Don't ever use that method though. You should be learning the ground method of, like, you're standing in the water, you look at like this little point down below, you do like a backflip, a side flip, a roll, and then you like see up to this perfect angle where you can roll across the gap and climb up to where the Deku Baba is, rather than climbing back up the vines. But or you could do it my way, which is pretty much slower method of getting ISG off the chest, and then timing your roll and backflip just right. But whatever.